Sometimes it hits you in the quiet spaces of life. Maybe it's late at night. It's just you and your thoughts, and the day's noise finally fades. You start to wonder to yourself, am I truly in control of my life, or is some unseen force steering the ship? It's a deeply unsettling question because most of us move through life because we're awake, believing that we're free. But what if all those habits and automatic reactions we rely on are more like chains than tools? What if the real work of living is about breaking free from those patterns, waking up, and shouldering a new kind of responsibility? I'm Mark Roach, and this is Transcendent, my platform for peeling away life's layers to find what's real, unique, and unmistakably yours. I'm not here to sugarcoat things, and I won't promise easy answers. My perspective has been shaped by years of highs and lows, from lessons learned the hard way through personal struggles to insights gained during my time with mentors and mystics, thinkers, and healers. Life has taught me that the waking up is never comfortable, but it's always worth it. Whether you're here because you've hit a wall in life, or because you're looking for clarity, or maybe you're just because you're curious about that pull towards something you feel like might just be more, something exciting inside of you, then you're in the right place. Maurice Nicoll, working from the teachings of Gurdjieff and Ouspensky, laid out a roadmap for this kind of awakening. He said it begins with 3 steps. First, you must awaken. Then you must die. Finally, you're reborn. He didn't mean this literally, of course. What he described was the death of old ways of being, the ones that keep you circling endlessly in familiar patterns, and rebirth into something more authentic, more rooted in essence than ego. But here's the thing, we can't skip steps. If you try to destroy an old habit or belief before you fully awaken to it, before you've truly understood it, you're just stumbling in the dark. And for most of us, becoming awake enough to see those patterns takes time, honesty, and effort. Nicole outlines where so many of us go wrong. He calls it the prison. It's the mental and emotional lockbox that we live in, built from everything that we've absorbed, from childhood beliefs to societal expectations. And here's the kicker. We don't even know we're in it. We go about our days thinking we're free, but we're really unconscious products of imitation, of inherited ideals and mechanical reactions to life's challenges. We're fighting wars that we don't even know why we're fighting, just because we're raised that way. According to Nicole, the starting line for transformation is simple but radical. You've got to see the prison, see it clearly without judgment or excuses or morality or identifying with it. Only then can you begin to open the door. Here's a thought that will shake your foundation a bit. Nicole writes about how each of us actually is made up of so many different selves, many eyes, he calls them. We like to believe that we're unified, but think about it. The eye that wants to pull yourself together in the morning isn't the same eye that hits the snooze button 5 times, is it? The one part of you that might crave success, but then there's another part that shrinks from responsibility. This constant inner tug of war creates inner chaos, confusion, holds you back. The work, as Nicole describes it, isn't about suppressing those parts of yourself. It's about observing them and beginning to understand how they operate, where they pull you off course. Until we do that, we're just a mess of contradictions pretending to be a singular, controlled self. But understanding the prison alone isn't enough. Nicole warns us against the trap of intellectualizing this work without doing it. Reading a book or hearing an idea might light a spark, but it won't change your reality until you start applying it. You have to take these ideas and live them. You have to experiment with self-observation. Ask yourself, in the middle of a reaction, where is this coming from? Is this impulse even mine, or is it just a script I've been running my whole life? And as humbling as it is, the work reveals a truth that's hard to swallow at first. Man cannot do. Nicole says this over and over again. Every action, every thought, every reaction we experience happens because of the mechanical causes. We like to blame the world for our troubles, thinking that we could just change the circumstances. We finally could be happy or free. But that's not how it works. We don't change because we rearrange the pieces of our outer life. We change when we shift the way that we meet those circumstances. It's an internal revolution, not an external one. But here's where the hope comes in. Nicole reminds us that while we can't do in our current state, there's a higher reality in us waiting to be accessed. He called it real will. It's not flashy or loud. It's something quiet and steady, a power that grows as we awaken, observe, and begin to separate from the mechanical forces that keep us trapped. The move toward this higher state takes time and persistence, but every step toward it changes not only how you see the world, but how the world responds to you. There's liberation in recognizing just how small we are in the grand scheme of the universe. Nicole quotes Ouspensky, who said, "We are experiments of very little importance. This earth is very small, and we are smaller." Now, to the ego, that's offensive, right? But to the soul, it's freeing. It means you don't have to inflate yourself with the pressure of achieving something monumental to prove your worth. You can focus on the small, real, honest work that leads to transformation, a mindset, a shift of mindset, a moment of clarity, a single step towards truth. That's the kind of work that changes everything. Imagine going through life no longer reacting mechanically, no longer a slave to circumstances. Imagine meeting failure without despair or success without arrogance. That's what the work offers. Not a life free from challenges, but a life rooted in a deeper sense of self and purpose. One that isn't easily shaken by the external world. It's not flashy and it's not fast. But every day, every practice of observation, every small shift in perspective gets you closer to waking up, to lifting a life that feels intentional instead of reactive. And along the way, you find something priceless. Freedom. Not from life's struggles, but from the way those struggles used to define you. I'm Mark Roach. This is Transcendent, where we can take the uncomfortable but necessary steps toward real transformation. Wishing you all the best.